sometimes I'll be forgetting that, like, I saw the Challenger explosion live. Like, it was a big deal because, like, it was the first black dude who was going to space. It was like the first, like, regular ass person that was going to space. It was like a teacher and shit. Like, people were, like, excited, like, in the daily. Like, people were like, yo, man, they're about to launch it. The shuttle. Because the shuttle even looked cool. You know what I mean? Like, rockets are cool, but you always kind of feel like they should be aimed at someone, which ain't cool. But the shuttle looked like it have a steering wheel. You know what I mean? So, like, my school in Florida was kind of far away, but we'd be able to see it once it got up into the air. Well, some of us would. If FSDB, Florida School for the Deaf and Blind, there's a lot of different people with a lot of different visions at the motherfucker. So I remember they took us all outside, like the ones of us who wanted to see it. You know, there was a couple homies who were like, man, I'm blind. I'm not trying. Why? Just tell me what it was like when you get back in. But there was a couple of us who wanted to see it. We went outside and stuff, and we were like waiting around. We chit-chatting, we talking, and the dorm teachers, and they all like, they're happy, and and somebody's listening on the radio inside, and they come out, they're like, they launch it in 10, and then we all did the countdown, and then we saw the smoke, and then we saw the thing starting to rise into the air. And I mean, my vision's bad. I didn't really see, like, I couldn't get details on the shuttle, but I saw the smoke trail in like a speck. There was some people who could see better than me, some people who could see worse than me, and then there was two smoke trails. I remember thinking, what that mean? What that mean? I looked up at our lady dorm teacher, and she was just And then one of the kids who could see a little bit better than me, but still had some vision problems, was like, hey, dorm teacher, what's going on? And at the time, I was like, that's crazy. But like now I'm thinking, because the dorm teacher was like 30. She was like 30, and she was like, I think they made it to space. Let's just go back inside, y'all. I was like, but nah, is two of them up there? And then one of the dudes who could see better, I think his name was DJ, was like, but I don't think. And then we went in, they like took us back inside, and then they put us all in the same room. But then they told us not to turn on the TV. And it was like 20 minutes, and then one of us was like, somebody go back there and ask them if we can turn on the TV. Let's watch cartoons. And finally one of them was like, yeah, you can. He came back and was like, yeah, they said we can turn on the TV. And we turned on the TV. But it wasn't cartoons. It wasn't cartoons on. And that's when a bunch of blind kids found out that the shuttle that they had just watched blew up. And then the camera showed the classroom of the lady who was on the shuttle who blew up, and they just showed all her kids crying like a third grade class. They showed some people's parents. Nobody knew how to handle this. We was in that TV room for an hour. No dorm teachers came in and was like, hey, we know y'all saw something tragic. I think I brought it up at dinner. I was like, damn, so the shuttle exploded? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Y'all want to go to the canteen tonight? And then we went to the canteen because, we went to the canteen. That was it. That was it. We didn't talk about it next day in class or nothing. Didn't nobody come to us and be like, hey, you guys feeling okay or nothing? And I know some people are like, yeah, man, that's because we didn't have no problems back in the 80s. Yeah, they should have came to us and said something. One of the homies stayed up 3 nights in a row. And when we asked him why, he was like, because we saw them die, dog. I'm 10. I don't know damn, man. You want to go play freeze tag? I'll let you start. I don't know, man. People are supposed to have a reaction to crazy shit. I remember always feeling some kind of way about the fact that they killed the first black dude who went to go to space. Found out years later that they actually survived the initial explosion and probably died on impact from falling back to the ground, and that's that made it worse. So yeah, man, my vision is bad. So I think I saw the Challenger explode, but I was definitely present when it did. That's for goddamn. Houston, pull up October 26th. I'm gonna be out there with my homie Vince Royale throwing these jokes at you. Get your tickets.